Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. Excuse me. I saw a lady's card in group the other day. Yesterday I think it was. She'd done a little front card with a side pop out. You know, like remember the old swiper cards that come out the top. But this one come out the side and flicked out, and it was brilliant. I wish I got a picture of it to show you actually. And she left a video of a lady that got a die that did the mechanism on the inside. So I made a comment saying, is there anywhere, is there any way, has anyone made a video on how to make it without the die? But I think she said there was one on there, but after I'd gone and had a play around with my card. So I did scout on the internet, and the lady didn't speak throughout the whole video. She had music playing. Let me see if I can write it down now. Mitsua, Matsua. I think it was her name. I don't know. That's just it was in the corner of the video, but she showed how to make the mechanism without the die. So I've had a go. This is the card I've made. Look at that beautiful toadstool with those beautiful leaves and the happy birthday. I love this paper. I can't get enough of it. And then on the inside, you see where the surprise is. So it pops out on the side. Look at that, isn't it brilliant? Absolutely brilliant. And then it pops back under, and it gets hidden under there inside the card. So the recipient doesn't see any of it until they open the card, and then these beautiful little mices. She'd used the frogs out of Ho Hoppy Together. I put happy birthday on the front. Did I ever tell you you're wonderful on the inside? And I just made this little scene up here just for the mushroom to go on again. But it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to show you how to make the mechanism and how I made the card at the same time. So, oh, that was long-winded for me, wasn't it? I do apologise. Right, I've got my ink. I used garden green on here and I don't like it, so I'm using Old Olive. That one's for there. I'm going to get the Stamparatus out actually because I need to ink it up a couple of times. If you notice on this one, sorry, I've been to the dentist today and my mouth is still numb. It didn't ink brilliantly with using on the block. Let me show you the block. And you've got to get this huge one out because it's the only one that fits. So I'm going to do it on my Stamparatus, that way I can ink it up twice as well. Oh, that was a gobful, wasn't it? So there's that. Isn't that brilliant how that happens? And when I saw it, I thought, I've got to make one of them. I've definitely got to make one of them. So, and the gorgeous Lisa Vassor, I don't know how you pronounce your last name, Vassor, or Vassor, must be. She said, I bet you can do it, Gaynor. So I said to her, I'm on it, babe. So I've got all these little pieces of card here. These are for all different parts of the elements on the card. I'm going to be using this colour DSP on the inside because I've run out of this one now. Unless they open up a brand spanking new packet. I've got that piece for the front and those two bits of the inside. And you're going to need 3 pieces of quite thick card. So I'll talk you through those when we get there. Just going to pop this in. This, I'll get a few shapes out of this as well. I'm just tucking it up in the corner. That's for the mice. And this now is going to be for those beautiful leaves. Just making sure I can get them on the card. Beautiful. And I'm just going to pick that up. Reposition. So these bits we're going to colour in after. But it's mainly the mechanism I wanted to show you. It is amazing. And the lady who had the first one, I can't remember her name, but she got a die for it, and I think it was one of her own. And this is a new stamp set for me, so I thought, oh, this is perfect. Instead of using the frogs and copying anybody else, I thought I'd use this, what's it called? The Sweet Storybook stamp set and dies. So that was my reason as well. So I had my beautiful little mices poking out instead of frogs. So let's get this on there. Whoops. Whoa. Knocking everything over here. So I'm going to re-ink that again. I want it nice and crisp. And the lady in the video that showed you the mechanism, that one, with the 3 pieces of paper, she used the frogs as well. And I didn't want to do copy, copy, copy. Don't get me wrong, I love the frogs. But I didn't want to do the same as everybody else. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to push that to one side. Well, in fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it there for a second. I'm going to wipe this off, and then I'm going to get my little mices stamped as well. Cool. What it is, I've recently washed this cloth and with hot soapy water, and I've not wrung it out properly. It's a bit too sloppy. There we go. So I can pop these back as we're going. But what a fabulous set this is as well. And I don't know why it's only taken me now to order it. But at least I've got it now in case it runs out. So I'm going to be stamping the mushroom twice and the frogs, the mice, wherever they are, there they are on here. So I'm going to put the green ink away for a minute. I used a little bit of, you've got a die in here to cut those little things out, and I needed 6 for that card and 6 for this, so I've just basically stamped them and hand fussy cut them out, and I've popped them all on dimensionals because I couldn't be bothered to run that through the machine 12 times. Mine is the Gemini, so you've got to wait for the whole plate to go through. Can you imagine that going through 12 times? So I just stamped them and fussy cut them out. So let's get this inked up now. I'm just leaving my card stock in place. Let's see how many little items we can get punched out, die cut out of this piece. There's no die for the mushroom though, which is easy enough to fussy cut. Absolutely brilliant. So if we get all our pieces out to one side, we're going to do some colouring, then we're going to do some techniques, showing how to put that together, how to pop it inside your card even. So I'm going to have a mushroom inside there, and then I'm going to have a mushroom like on the front, and then I'm going to have another one on the inside, and those beautiful mice. So that's that piece sorted. We'll do some colouring up later. And I've got, and this, this piece now that's going to get layered on the inside of the card, in there, for there. So I'm going to just stamp the mushroom on, and I'm not going to have it 3D this time. I'm just going to basically have it on this card. My shoulder then, don't know, give me some jip. So I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to have it pretty high this time. That gorgeous image, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And also while we're here, you've got a little strip of paper that goes along the mechanism there. This is separate. You get to glue that afterwards, and the mice. So you need this bit then for your sentiment to go on, which I have here. And this is basically a piece of, this is 1 1/8 by 3.5. So all these bits are going to get, I'm only sitting them in the grid there because it's nice, and I've got the lines on for me to line them up. So I'm putting this towards the bottom, Did I even tell you? Did I ever tell you you're wonderful? Oh, it's brilliant. Love it. And then the happy birthday comes from the All That You Are stamp set. And it's this one here. Happy birthday. And that is going on. These pieces, that's 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. And you're going to need a normal size card base. I'm just using thick white. 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. That will get layered on there. This piece then is 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. And this one is 3 7/8 by 1. And they're going on the inside piece of the card. And there's that little piece you'll need, which I'm backing with some real red for my happy birthday to go on. That was meant to be for my mice, but I've already got that now, so I don't need that. So that's for that, and I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday while we get it out. Perfect. So that's my stamping all done. Love it. Let me just give that a wipe because it's been dipping in my ink. Yeah, my mouth's all a bit dodgy at the moment because I had anaesthetic in my gums today. So I've only now been able to start talking properly. I've got that tingling sensation now. Ooh. Let's do a bit of colouring while we're here, and then we'll die cut those out. So I'm using light old olive just to do the grass. And I'm fetching it all the way across. This is going to be the inner scene. For our card. But you know me, I said I'd have to try and work it out, or find a way that somebody else has worked it out. But you know, perhaps some of her subscribers don't watch my channel and vice versa. So I'd like to spread the love. So I'm going all the way down this time with the grass. Oops, I'm going to need a little bit on here. I will fill the rest in after. And a bit on here. This one's going to be 3D on the front of the card. And I'm going to get the little dark one now. And I'm just going to add little tufts of grass. I'm just going to highlight a few bits. You know, just to break it up, I suppose. You know, they say no two cards are ever the same. There we go. Just have fun, innit? Just have a little bit of fun. So I'm using the dark Poppy Parade. That will give me my tops. I'm using the small nib because I think when you've got coming close like this, you can get your pen brush bit and it will bleed if you don't get it in the right area. So you could just do the outline, I suppose. But this lady sped up her video as well when she was doing the colouring, and I'm sure that's how you spell it. I'll check anyway. And then I'll do the outside of this one, then we'll fill in the bits then. Beautiful little toadstool. You could have this with the fairies on it from the fairy celebrations. You could have it with a little wild in a scenery. Be brilliant. Good with the frogs as well. Right, now we've done the outline, we can go now quickly and just fill in the blanks. Yeah, do I sound funny because my mouth's all lobbing to one side? It is. Gotta go again next week. Ugh, same thing, different side. I'm petrified of the dentist, see. So I asked them to numb my mouth when they do a scrape and polish, because I've got really sensitive teeth as well. There we go, that was quick enough. Aren't they cute? Love them. I might have little grey mice on this one because I had little brown ones on the other, so I'm going to use the dark crumb cake. I'm just going under the rim of the mushroom, or the toadstool even. And then it's coming down into the stem as well. Just a bit of shadowing. And then we can swap over and use our light crumb cake. And just blend the two colours together. And again, keep turning your nib, or do it on the side. And then just keep going. And then keeping bits pale as well, so. These nibs aren't built to last, trust me they're not. So just go back under your dark with another colour, with the same colour, but just go to white, it'll just dark, so you've got dark, dark and light. And again there as well. And we can go back over. They're cute, love it. And again, I'm just going to do the pale of this one. And I'm just going to highlight around my mushroom. Even though I'm going to cut it out, just doesn't give me that harsh white border. And then around here. I'm colouring all this in. If you really want to go to town on this, you could get your cloud stencil out, put some clouds in. It's entirely up to you. Because I've done the red now, I've got to be careful that I don't bleed that out. Perfect. Isn't that cute? Love it. I'm going to go around the outside of the just adding a few little birdies in the sky. Just adding a bit of scenery in it. So that's for the inside of the card now. That's for there. We're just going to colour our mice now. And I'm going to use the dark and the grey this time, because I had brown mice on the other one. So with the dark, I'm just going to go into the bits that the dark, they've got the bits on for already, if you know what I mean. Those little dots, I'm just going over them. Cute. A little bit down there. I don't know why their eyes are shut. Why keep their eyes closed? Poor things. Unless they're dreaming about each other. And then I'm just coming in with the pale as well. Little hands, oh my gosh, it's so cute. There's my little mice. And when you see this mechanism go together, it's so simple. There, those cute little mice. Oh my gosh, we'll finish those off in a moment because we are going to die cut them out. And you need all that area then. So I'm just going to add a little bit of washi tape. Keep that in place. And then this beautiful die here for these leaves. It's perfect. Take some of that off. So I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot and I'll be back. Oops. I've got other dies on there for another project. You know me, I've always got something on the go. Perfect. So there's my little mices. How cute is that? Absolutely adorable. And then we're going to remove our leaves. Perfect. Remove the paper. That's a huge die like that just to get out two lots of leaves like that. Isn't that beautiful? But then you've got the inner piece if you want to cut that from the front of your card. And then you can see right through and then just layer these on the outside. So that's for them. I'm now going to fussy cut my mushroom out. This won't take long at all. Just got to have a nice steady hand for this. So I've got a white border. Well, after you've seen me now cut it with blue. So when I cut this out, it's not going to be harsh. I'm going to have that white, blue even. perfect. Isn't that cute? So I'm sure I can use that for stamping on other stuff. So what I did with the grass on here, what I should have done as well was go around my mice before I chopped them out. Just breaks up them enough, you know, the white. I think I went round them in brown on the other one. Not brown, grey. To give it like a shadow effect. Yeah, I should have done this before, but there we go. That you've got a nice little blue tinge all the way around them now. And what I'm going to do with the green, I'm just going to fill in the bits. You don't have to if you don't want it. You can just do the grass area that's showing, but isn't that cute now? And if you want to add a little bit of extra darkness, just go back, grab your, and then just put the peaks on. Isn't that cute? Love it. So I'm not doing any more to that now. That is done. That is perfect. So we've got all the bits ready. I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on here. And then I'm going to grab my small ones for my leaves and put them on the back. So I've got some half ones down this side to go in the small part. Little pieces. Is that going to go there? It's too small, but it'll fit there. And there's not really going to be a lot of weight because it's on the front of the card, so I'm not going to overly attach. So there's for those leaves. Now everything's ready to go, and we're going to add glue or sticky strip for when we add that to the sentiment. It's going to go right up there at the very end. In fact, I'll glue that on now, give it a chance to dry. So, nice bit of glue just on the very bottom here, because it needs to be free. And right on the edge of our sentiment. Just there. There's no glue showing at the back. We'll attach that later after we've done all that, so we can get cracking on that one now. I didn't decide to do the mushroom on the inside until afterwards, whereas this one I had the piece of paper attached and I thought, oh, I should have stamped my mushroom first and should have fetched the green all the way down. But look, that's where that little, yeah, grey it was last time, and brown mice. So this time we've got little grey mice with a blue background. So cute. Those are all our bits there. Now this is the best bit. It's just easy peasy. You're going to need, and I'll tell you your pieces as we're going. You're going to need 2 pieces cut at 1 inch, 1 at 4, 1 at 3.5, and you're going to need a piece 1.5 by 1.5. So what you're going to do is just mark the 3/4, and we're going to go down at the 3/4 inch. Use this small one, 3/4 inch, and we're just coming down to 3/4. Just make sure I've come down far enough. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is just put it in and come down at 3. You don't have to worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're just going to remove that section now. So remove that little tiny, so that's the piece you need. So we can discard that. I'm using thick Whisper White here. Now let me just remember now. Did I write it down? I hope so. Right, 3.5. With the 3.5 piece, you need to score it at 1, 2, and 3. And the 1 inch by 4 inch, you're going to score this at 3/4, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3.5. And then you're going to turn it to the side, and at at half an inch, you're going to score down to your second score line. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip this back. So these are they're your first 2 score lines. These are your last 2. Fold back your last 2 and tuck them under, and put this in, and just make a little mark at 1/4 inch there. So you've got in the centre there's you're up 1/4 inch, and then you're going to grab yourself a little ruler or something to guide yourself, and you're going to go, oh, I didn't do it wrong, it's right there, sorry, come back. And you're going to make a mark at 2 inches. So you've got 3/4, 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3.5. Make a mark at 2 inches. Flip this under and make a mark at 1/4 inch. And then we're going to do some diagonal scoring. This is exactly what I would have done after seeing that lady with the die. I'd have done this exactly the same. And you're going to score to that 2 inch mark, and then from that 1/4 inch back up to, and then to the end of this score line. So you've got like a little V there. So what you're going to do is just fold back on the V, and you want to make sure that's folded that way, but they are folded back. And then you can make sure your paper comes together, and you can give them a score and a burnish. Now this section, you just want to cut all that away. So remove, and remove. This one you'll bend, this one you don't need to. So this is where it all comes together now, very quickly. Just put my stylus back. You won't need the scoreboard anymore. So you've got that shape. This will get attached to your card. And let me just look. Yeah, that way. So you need that like that and like that. So they're the bits that are going to get glued down. What you want to do, see this first triangle here? You want to, oh, I'll do that after actually, we'll do it at the end. I did that at the end. You're going to attach glue there, and then you're going to attach this piece like that, so it's there. And then when this all folds out of the card, it's going to flick all that, and you'll get the gist of it then. So I'm going to fold my card in half, 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. And there's the other piece we scored, remember. That's going to add the platform for our this piece of card to sit on. And if you look at the back, it's the square in there. Can you see that? One sticks, this one is lower than the one on top. I'll show you now when I get it in. So, fold and burnish your score lines, nice and crisp. You're going to grab your little ruler and you're going to measure up 6.5 centimetres and just put a little dot there. That's all you need to do. And this piece, just fold, fold, fold and fold. Now what you're going to do, you're going to attach this right in that score line without going over, and then this piece will get glued on this side. So let's attach first. So add plenty of glue, pop up your card, and then, whoops, you can add it down here if you want to. The lady did, but I'm gonna attach it down below actually. So right up, so glue that in there, and then we're going to glue this to this side. Once the two pieces are in, you'll realise. So keep that flat, fold that, and then we've got that first square, and this is where this gets attached to, on this platform here. Get it? So that's what that's going to get attached to. But first of all, we're going to glue this piece right next to this piece in the crease, leaving about a 1/16 of an inch of the gap. And then you see what this gets attached on there like that. So you've got that step up. See it? You've got that step. So keeping that closed, and you've got to make sure that V is pushed back. I'm going to glue this. And this is going to come over and glue into the back of our card. There we go. So it's like that, perfect. And it will fold flat. So just give them a minute to go off. So there's your mechanism now. Now this piece is, I'll make sure that's the 3/4. They're both 3/4. So now you're gonna see this piece here. That first. Let me put a little mark on it for you. That little triangle. That's where we're going to put glue. Nobody's going to see it, so. And then you can lay your card flat and just attach this just like that, keeping it nice and straight. You want to rub out the lines now, you can. Perfect. And then see this is where you get the flicking motion. So watch, that's going to come down, that's going to flick out, that's going to hide. This piece now is going to get glued just there. And then, can you imagine now when you close your card, this will flick round and tuck under. And then when you open the card, so let's attach that piece. lay this down and attach that. So it's, you don't want it any, you can shorten it a bit I suppose, but, and you could have shortened a bit that at the bottom there, but. So watch now, they will tuck up out the way. So what I did there, I just bent that a little bit, otherwise it catches on your designer series paper. So you could leave these in this way round if you want. You don't have to attach anything inside if you don't want to. Let me show you the panel now. You're just going to add glue on there. And then you're going to glue this piece right on that bottom corner there. Just allow that to go off. You can lay them all flat, give that a rub. So, see what I mean now? It's tucking itself away. And you can extend these pieces further out, depending on the height of your card. So, you can extend them like all the, because when you get that closed, you could add another mouse on the end, so it sticks out the side of the card. So you could literally fussy cut a mouse out, attach it there, right on the very end, because it won't poke out the top of your card, but it will poke out the side of your card this way, as the recipient holds it. So we're just adding designer series paper now, and you don't want to you can't add it down there because it'll get trapped. So this piece is 3 7/8, the width of the card, by 2 7/8, or 3. You could even go to 3 inches. Just measure your gap first. I would have loved the red inside again, but I don't mind the green. So let's attach this as if you were having a little gap either side and a little bit at the top. And that's why I bend that little flap just a little touch, just a little tiny touch, so it doesn't get caught on your DSP. So you've got to make sure it's properly glued down. This little strip then is just to cover this piece on the inside, and it'll come up to there. So I'm going to take a little tiny bit off because my underneath piece is a little bit lower. So this needs to be about 7/8 of an inch really, not 1 inch. Yeah, about 7/8. In fact, I've cut that down a little bit too small, I think. But it doesn't matter, it's just covering that bit at the bottom. Just for decoration, actually. There's that decoration now for the inside. Peekaboo. Yeah, I just bent that. You can bend these up just a little touch, just so they don't get caught on your card. So there is how that card works on the inside. And now we can just decorate the front. The front. So again, 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Pop this down and layer this on. How cute! Gonna layer our happy birthday up. I've just given enough a little border all the way around. That piece is 1 1/4 by 2, and the other piece around is just a slight fragment bigger, just so give it a small border. So say 2 1/8 by 1 3/8. Attach that. I'm going to attach my toadstool first. So the longest bit of this card, believe it or not, was doing all the decoration and die cutting and colouring. So our toadstool is going right there. I'm going to grab some Winker Stella just to give the shine onto the white bits of the mushroom. And just on, because it is, mushrooms don't tend to come out till early morning, so the dew is on them. Let's give that a little bit of sparkle. And now we can add our beautiful leaves. So this to me has sorted out me using this stamp set for the first time and showing a new technique as well with the opening. Just add them round. Remove the back ends. My mouth numbness is all come back to now. It's all back to me now. It's no longer numb. Well, a tingy little bit on my chin, but and then we can add this side. Absolutely gorgeous. And then, like I say, I didn't want to run those flowers through 12 times, so I just made a very bad fussy cut, but they were tiny, absolutely tiny. Grab my pokey tool. And I can attach these cute little flowers just in areas. It's only for a bit of decoration, it's only for a bit of fun, isn't it? So I'm going to slot them in the gaps. I'm going to have 3 on one side, 3 on another. Crudely die cut out, but they're done. They're so cute. So I'll just slot them in places where you'll, whoops, that one went, decided to go away. Slot one in there. And then I'm going to slot one down there as well. I'm going to try and get it under. I'm going to attach it because it's on a dimensional. And then I'm going to try and tuck that underneath. There we go. There we go, that's better. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. I love it. That is absolutely brilliant. So, I don't think I did it on the other one. Did I? No, I didn't put any rhinestones on the other one, but I'm going to. Even if it's just a couple. And I'm going to attach them either side of my happy birthday. Add a bit of bling. If it's for a male, don't bother. Or you can if he likes them. And there we have it. This is the first one I made. With the brown mice. Isn't that cute? And then this is the one we've just done together on camera. Whoops. If it does get, just bend them a little bit. And bend the card just a little touch. It's just to stop it. It's new, see, it's laying, but there we go. And like I say, add another mouse, or if you're going to add all the frogs there. As long as they're not sticking out the top of the card, then you're way to go. But there we go. How sweet, how simple, and done by 3 little pieces of white cardstock. So there we go. There's my version of the twist and pop. The twisted pop-up. I don't know what it's called yet. I have the spinner pop-up card. How's that? Because it spins to the side. That's what we'll call it. The spinner pop-up, pop-out or pop-up card. So there we go. I hope you like. I hope you give me a thumbs up. That would be amazing. I'd love to see you press the subscribe button as well. That would make my day. And if you want to see, because I do videos every day, if you want to see what I make tomorrow, don't forget the little bell. You'll be sent a reminder and you'll never miss another video. So till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.